Hello, my name is Jordan Ruiz, and I'm going to be going over my presentation project entitled Into the Woods. For my topic, I selected Little Red Riding Hood from Lady Bird's Little Red Riding Hood, Toshi Hiruma's Little Red Riding Hood, Harry Bornstein's Little Red Riding Hood. The inspiration of each one of these books, fairy tales, kind of really drove me to select these topics because each one has its own ending. The ones that really caught my attention when I made the decision to select these were Charles Perrault's Little Red Riding Hood, where in the ending, Red is eaten by the wolf. Then that's not such a happy ending in that part. But if you look over at Jacob and Willingham's Grimm's, the brothers Grimm write the Little Red Cap. Where are you going so early, Little Red Cap? To grandmother, she states, she's later eaten, but later freed when a huntsman comes by and notices that the wolf's stomach is fairly large. He cuts open the stomach and ends up freeing the grandmother and Red. So two different endings to the story. Another inspiration was this gifted project to the Museum of Arts in Boston. It's going to be Little Red Riding Hood and the Wolf by Robert Lofton Newman. I selected this art because of the entrusting that Red appears to have within the wolf, and that with the stories from the Grimms just seems a little too naive for her in the end. So the art piece that I worked on is going to be a pencil drawing. I hand drew this piece of art. Again, I did pencil, it's hand drawn with detail shading. I accented the trees, gave a little bit of the depth through the trees and the house. It's portraying Red Riding Hood arriving at grandmother's house late at night, not knowing what's on the other side of the door. For the thematic connection between the pieces, for the thematic connection between the pieces, look between the two, the piece that I drew and the betrayal between the brothers Grimm. You can see that they're both fairly dark, more of a darker portrayal of Little Red Riding Hood. They're in the woods. She's alone, a little more naive, which kind of ends up leading to her succumbing to her ending. Overall, my inspiration for my piece and what I used was the story of Little Red Cap by the brothers Grimm. So going back over the drawing and the art piece that I used, my first rendering was pencil drawn. I did use shading. I redid the rendering, added a little bit of definition to her red cape, a little bit of color definition, added some of the red, gave a little bit of lighting to the windows, and then kind of dropped the lighting on the picture overall. to give it a little bit more darker look to it. So that's kind of just taking a second, rendering over the whole photo in general. So the drawing shows the little girl walking up to her grandmother's house without a thought in her mind of what lies beyond the door. The long walk to get there through the woods of creaking trees. She has an eerie feeling that something is not right as she arrives to her grandmother's house. She has walked to the end of her path that has led her to this, and soon she will meet her end.